Ever wondered how a tiny seed transforms into a towering tree? The secret lies in cell differentiation and plant tissues. Welcome to the intriguing world of cells, a microcosm filled with wonder and complexity. It's here where we find the answers to how life evolves, from the tiniest of seeds to the mightiest of trees. The key to this transformation is a process known as cell differentiation. Cell differentiation is the process by which a young, unspecialized cell develops into a mature cell with a specific role to play. Each cell in a plant, from the leaf that absorbs sunlight to the root that anchors it into the ground, results from cell differentiation. It's a bit like a school, where young students enter and eventually specialize into different fields, like science, art, or sports. Each cell, like each student, has a specific role to play in the grand scheme of life. So how does a tiny seed become a towering tree? The answer lies in the fascinating world of plant tissues. Plant tissues are broadly classified into two types: meristematic and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are the growth engines of a plant. Like stem cells in animals, meristematic cells are young, unspecialized, and have the ability to divide and form new cells. They are the reason why plants grow taller, why branches spread wider, and why roots dig deeper. On the other hand, permanent tissues are the matured cells that have already undergone cell differentiation. They no longer divide, but instead focus on performing specific functions. From providing structural support to the plant to aiding in photosynthesis, these cells are the sturdy, reliable workforce of a plant's body. As we delve further, we will unravel the mystery behind the growth and development of plants. So stay tuned as we journey from the seed to the tree, exploring the magic of meristematic tissues, the transformation into permanent tissues, and the intricate systems that govern growth and development. Get ready to be amazed by the wonders of the plant kingdom, right at the cellular level. Meristematic tissues, the building blocks of plant growth, but what makes them so special? Let's dive into the microscopic world of plants and discover the magic of these unique tissues. Meristematic tissues are clusters of cells, tiny powerhouses that play a pivotal role in plant growth. They are essentially the plant's growing points, capable of continuous cell division. This unending ability to divide and expand gives plants their unique characteristic of unlimited growth. Yes, you heard it right. Plants don't have an age limit like us humans. These tissues are primarily located in regions of the plant where growth is actively taking place. This could be the tips of roots and shoots, or places where plants widen or repair themselves. Now, you might be wondering, are all meristematic tissues the same? Well, not quite. Based on their location, meristematic tissues are broadly classified into three types. First up, we have the apical meristems, the trailblazers of growth found at the tips of roots and shoots. They are responsible for the vertical extension of the plant, making it taller or digging deeper into the soil. Next, we have the lateral meristems, located along the sides of stems and roots. They are the ones in charge of making the plant thicker, contributing to what we call secondary growth. Lastly, there are the intercalary meristems, the unsung heroes located at the base of leaves or internodes. They help in the elongation of plant parts and do a fantastic job at it. So, you see, these different types of meristematic tissues work in harmony, each playing their own unique role to facilitate the overall growth and development of the plant. It's like an orchestra, where each instrument contributes to the symphony. These undifferentiated cells are the reason behind the continuous growth of plants. They are the silent workers, the unsung heroes that drive the magic of growth in the plant kingdom. So, next time you marvel at the height of a towering tree or the thickness of a sturdy stem, remember the meristematic tissues, the tireless builders of the plant world. From a state of constant division, how does a cell decide to become a part of the permanent tissue? This process, my friends, is an intricate dance of cellular differentiation and growth, where meristematic tissues transition into permanent tissues. So, what sparks this transformation? As cells mature, they lose their ability to divide and take on specific roles. This is the point at which they form permanent tissues, which, unlike their meristematic counterparts, no longer have the power to divide. But don't let their name fool you. Permanent tissues are anything but static. They are dynamic, performing various roles that contribute to the plant's survival. So, what are these roles? Let's break it down. There are three main types of permanent tissues: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, each with their unique structure and function. First up, we have parenchyma, the most common type of plant cell. These cells have thin walls and a large vacuole. They are the jack-of-all-trades of the plant world, playing a role in photosynthesis, storage, and even wound healing. Next, we have collenchyma. These cells are a bit more specialized. They have unevenly thickened cell walls that provide support to the plant, especially when it's young and growing. You can think of them as the plant's skeleton, providing the support it needs to reach towards the sun. Finally, we have the sclerenchyma cells. These cells are the tough guys of the plant world. They have thick, rigid cell walls that provide the plant with strength and protection. When you touch the hard shell of a walnut or the rough bark of a tree, you're touching sclerenchyma cells at work. In a nutshell, these permanent tissues, with their specialized cells, give the plant its structure, its strength, and its ability to perform various functions. From the softest petals to the hardest bark, permanent tissues are the building blocks of the diverse world of plants. Permanent tissues give the plant its structure, its strength, and its ability to perform various functions. How do these tissues come together to form a system? And how does this system facilitate growth? Well, let's dive into the world of tissue systems and growth patterns to find out. First off, plant tissue systems are broadly classified into three types: dermal, vascular, and ground tissue systems. Each of these systems plays a unique role in the functioning of the plant. The dermal tissue system, as the name suggests, is like the skin of the plant. It forms the outer protective covering and is usually a single layer of cells. Its main function? To protect the plant from physical damage and pathogens. Next, we have the vascular tissue system. This is the plant's transportation system. It's made up of two types of tissues: xylem, which transports water and minerals from the roots to other parts of the plant, and phloem, which transports food produced by photosynthesis to all parts of the plant. The third and final tissue system is the ground tissue system. This is where the magic of photosynthesis happens. It's also responsible for storing plant nutrients and contributing to the plant's physical support. Now let's talk about growth patterns. In plants, growth occurs in regions known as meristems. This growth can be classified into two types: primary and secondary. Primary growth is the process that extends the length of the plant, making it taller or longer. This happens at the apical meristems, located at the tips of roots and shoots. Secondary growth, on the other hand, is responsible for increasing the girth of the plant, making it thicker. This takes place at the lateral meristems, including the vascular cambium and cork cambium. So, you see, these tissue systems and growth patterns are integral to the life of plants. From providing protection and transportation to facilitating growth, these systems work together seamlessly. It's fascinating how these tissue systems work in harmony to facilitate the growth and development of plants. So, what does all this mean for the humble seed that transforms into a towering tree? Let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've just explored. We started off with cell differentiation, the process that allows a single unassuming cell to transform into something with a specialized function. It's like a blank canvas being meticulously painted into a masterpiece. This process is pivotal for the growth and development of plants, enabling them to adapt and thrive in various environments. Then, we dived into the world of meristematic tissues, the plant's own fountain of youth. These tissues are the powerhouses of growth, continually dividing and producing new cells that could become anything they need to be. They're like the artists, tirelessly shaping and molding the plant's form and structure. Next, we encountered the permanent tissues, the end product of cell differentiation. These are the tissues that have found their calling. They've specialized, matured, and are ready to perform specific tasks, whether it's photosynthesis, storage, or providing structural support. In a way, they're the finished pieces of art, each playing a unique role in the grand design of the plant. We also looked at the tissue systems, the coordinated teams of tissues working together to ensure the plant functions as a whole. It's like the exhibition where all the pieces of art come together, each contributing to the overall narrative. Finally, we explored primary and secondary growth, the mechanisms by which plants grow taller and wider. Just like an artist adding layers to their masterpiece, plants add layers of cells to expand and mature, creating the diverse array of forms we see in nature. From a single cell to a complex organism, the journey of a plant is a remarkable testament to the wonders of biology. It's a symphony of growth and adaptation, a testament to the intricate and dynamic processes that make life possible. And we've only just scratched the surface. There's still so much more to explore, to learn, and to appreciate. So join us on this journey of discovery. Subscribe for more insightful videos like this one.